18,000s ain't shit, right? The low E string on that's 10.
Right.
The big thick one's 46, I believe, 47. And what happens, takes not much between the way, what's a, I don't know what that thermometer says, but fucking, my wallet.
It was over there.
Dave comes up, I'm playing. He teaches me on the sneaks. Because I'm bullhead. My favorite year. And Linda was with him. And he went to Lander. He was headed over to Lander to buy a bike or something from Old Man Wignall. He bought a bunch of bikes from Old Man Wignall. But he just happened to turn his head. It was sitting right in the fucking big window. You can see it just plain as fuck. So he slammed on the brakes and I went back there. So I walked in and asked that old redneck, some old redneck motherfucker. He had an old Model T sitting in there. It's kind of a poor boy museum thing. And he had all kinds of fucking crap for sale everywhere. But anyway, Skip goes, that Harley for sale? And he goes, yeah. He says, what do you want for it? He says, well, I don't know if it runs or not. I just got it yesterday and pushed it in here and set it there. I haven't had a chance to do anything. I don't know if I even will. I don't know if it runs. He said, probably don't run, because that's what they did. A lot of times, well, they didn't, because they needed the gas changed and plugs, and sometimes it's blowed up, or locked up, whatever. But anyway, Skip goes, he says, I know Harley, mind if I take a look at it and see if I can get it going? I'll buy it from you. He says, okay. He says, how much you want for it? It wasn't very much. I bet that motherfucker didn't give $100 for it. It was in really good shape too. Stock. It was in really good shape. It was clean. And I told Skip. Skip told me, I can't remember for sure. It seemed like he said $500-600 or something, somewhere in there. That was before my wreck. So that was before 1975, because I wrecked in 75 on my birthday. That was before my bet. 2-3 years before my birthday, or my wreck. But anyway, Skip says, I looked in the tank, had gas in it. He says, I smelled it. He said, it smelled a little shitty, but not super bad. He says, he said, I kicked it over, and it kicked over fine. He says, I popped the top on the fucking circuit breaker, kicked it around, see if the points were open and shutting, or if they were burnt real bad or anything. He says, they looked okay. So I put the top back on it. He says, I sat there and turned on the gas, had the old screw in, like on the 64, remember I showed you? He says, I turned on the gas, choked it, kicked it 3-4 times, and the choke all the way on, because it had been set for years, And he said, well, flow bowl didn't stick or nothing, so it wasn't pouring out the carburetor. He said, I choked the fuck out of it, and retarded the son of a bitch, because it had, just like the 64, it had the manual advance and retard on the left hand. Everybody said 2 throttles, but that wasn't 2 throttles. Kind of, maybe, I guess. What's funny is, when they're running, you can, like, I showed you, be sitting there running, you start twisting, real slow. But anyways, I kicked it a couple times and fired right up. He says it puffed a little bit, but it wasn't burning oil or nothing. He says that guy was standing there, come back in there, standing there, looking at him. He says that guy goes like this. He says, God damn. He says, that's something fired right up, pretty good. He said, sounds good. He said, well, I'll buy it. He said, well, I think I need 1,000 for it now, or 1,200 or something. Which, like, if you had that bike in that shape right now, you could dump it right now for $30,000 fucking dollars. But anyway, It was like Hayes' bike. It was a real police bike. Had a couple of police things on it. He took them off. But anyway, he says the fucker didn't want to do it. He goes, hey, that ain't our deal. You know, it was $500-600 or something. But he says it cut him short for doing that deal with Wignall. He says, so me and Linda, she helped him load several bikes in the back of trucks without ramps. Of course, Skip was a bull. And Linda, she's a good-sized gal. She's related to Joe, too. She's pretty athletic. She's mostly. But fucking, says I drove over there to Wignall's. He said I pulled up in front of Wignall's house, and I got this really nice old 63 FL, and it's FLH, too. And they only built, I read one time, in 63, they only built so many FLHs. Wasn't a real big number. And maybe like, I don't know if it was in the hundreds or what, but anyway, there wasn't very many of them FLHs. That was a score. That 64 was an FLH in there too, because they had the bigger valves in them.
Right.
A little bit bigger cam, bigger valves, and the valve springs. If you got an FL valve springs and FLH valve springs side by side, you can actually see the difference. If I remember, they're a touch taller, and if they're not taller, the coils are bigger around. They're stronger, and they got a little hotter cam in them. I remember one time I asked somebody, somebody asked me what FLH stood for, and I just made it up right off the top of my head. It said they run fast, long, and hard. Well, I was like when I was a kid down there in Colorado, we rode that old hot rod. Old Harry Tilburg's that uncle of mine had the Harley. He fired it up. I was real little. Fucking, there was a guy in Cap and Lander when I was a freshman in high school, whatever. And he had something with those same carburetors. They're like this, and then they set off like that. And the intake fans are great big fuckers. They go like that to the top of the motor. And ask him, so those are Carter AFBs. I said, what does AFB stand for? Awful fucking big. But anyway, so an old man Wignall would come out there and he goes, whoa, that's a nice little panhead. He goes, yeah, I bought it over Riverton. That old museum used to be the drive-in. He told him what he'd give for it. He says, oh, you did pretty good there. And he goes, well, I'm short that much now. And I was going to buy that bike from you. He goes, Val, that's okay, I trust it. Let's load it up, we can get them both in there. He bought one from him. I've got a picture he sent me in that big thing that's over at Oaks, because I give Oak all them pictures in case I fall over. He'll have them. They won't get thrown away or something. But fucking, yeah, after I'm coked, if you want to go through there and dig out pictures, you're more than welcome. Even if you don't know who it is or where it's at or whatever. And I scrounged in the pictures.
Joe up then.
Yeah, I will. Because I told him when he's got the bike, and if it's running when it runs or whatever, you can come over anytime you want to take it and go ride it. You can go ride it too. Between you and him, if you break it or whatever, if you got to fix it or whatever, that's between you guys. After I'm dead and gone, it don't matter.
You know me, I always fix whatever I break. Might take me a minute.
You'll figure it out if nothing else. You get on YouTube and find somebody that's, oh, what's his name?
Tatro.
Yeah, I'll get on Tatro. Ain't hardly anybody works on them, knows anything about the old ones. Everybody's dead and gone, they don't. And, oh, you guys' generation, most of you. There's a bunch of young guys out there riding old style shit and building old style and all that. They're very few. I mean, they have that run he goes to in California and they all congregate. It's like Sturgis. You think we're by ourselves all the time, like Buzz told me that time. But when you're at Sturgis or one of the big runs and it's all just people like us, then you know you ain't alone. Then everybody goes home to their little towns and their little garages or whatever. But anyway, he sent me a picture of it. I need to get those pictures over here.
I was going to say,
you know what we ought to do is bring them pictures over here and you can record this thing and I can dig these pictures out and tell stories, whatever. But anyway, he sent me a picture of that dresser. Now this one here, it was a generator shovel head. 66, 69, please. But anyway, not offend anybody, not slap side. I'm not calling slap side. I do every now and then because I've heard it. Oh. But anyway, he bought one from me one time, and he sent me a picture of it. And, you know, the garbage wagons, all the covers and everything. And stock, he had a lot of, so many standard covers that come on it and everything. This one here, somebody went down to the fucking Harley shop. They bought everything. Everything. This motherfucker, solid fucking chrome covers all over everything, and all kinds of cool trick ones. You know, like on mine, I got the standard ones, like over the coil and over the crossover pipe, and all over the one that goes over the door. But they made all kinds of even more fancier ones. But they made one that you bolted on, kind of like they got them on Evos and Twin Cams, I think. Lifter box chrome covers to bolt them on, and then that chrome plate that bolts on the case on each side to make it look like the cases are chrome.
Right.
But it had all kinds of ones like that. All kinds of super special ones. Beautiful. Beautiful. It was like brand new off the showroom floor. And I don't know what he'd give for that. That was in the 70s. Of course, we were piles of fucking money now. But fucking, he said he got it. He he told Linda, he says it was summertime. He said, I'm gonna ride it home, man. So Linda followed him in the truck or whatever, probably the truck. Fucking, anyway, he said he pulled into Casper, and it was one of the old refineries there, a whole different fucking, there's a golf course there now and all this shit. There's a new road over there and everything. What is that little 2-lane road? That was the fucking old refinery. But anyway, he said and he lived over there on, you come up that, well, that road wasn't there, it wasn't a stoplight then. But anyway, he lived over there in Fort Casper, they called it. A bunch of Fort Casper there too, but there's housing addition over there a ways from it. They named that Fort Casper. Everybody calls that Fort Casper. But he said he pulled up. He was about a mile or two from the house. He says, "Fucking sweet motherfucker, big old garbage wagon, fly like a big old fucking Lincoln or a big old Cadillac, them big old fucking dressers, you know." Fucking, because I remember before the zip bombs come out with the copy dressers. And they're good, nice bikes and everything. But when you seen a fucking Harley with that big white light that looked like a car, you said car tire on the front, you know. And you seen those fuckers coming at you, you knew it was a fucking Harley. Just fucking. He said I was a mile or two from the house. I pulled up to a stop sign and I stopped. He said this guy come roaring. There's cans and shit over there. Fucking. He says this guy come roaring up next to me. He says, "Whoa!" like that. He said, I thought the fight was on. He says a guy fucking leaned over and he goes, "God damn, that's the most beautiful fucking motorcycle I ever seen in my life." He says, "You passed me back there like I was standing still." He says, "I want to buy that son of a bitch." He said, "I'll buy it right now." Skip goes, "Oh," he says, "I just bought it in Lander." He said, "I don't care." He said, "I'll buy it right now." He says, "Where do you live?" He says, "Over here a mile or two." He says, follow me over here, you know where I live. Skip, he had all kinds of bikes. He bought a bunch of them for him. And he'd flip them for double and this and that. It seemed like he said he'd give $1,500 for it. That guy goes, "I'll give you $3,000 cash for it." And Skip was like, "Okay, this is where I live. I'll be waiting." He says, "I'm going to the bank. I'll be right back." He says it wasn't 20 minutes. That motherfucker's back with $3,000 in his fucking hand. I signed the title over, we fucking loaded up the truck, and it was gone. He says I just got to ride it from Lander to Casper, which is 125, 130, 150 miles or something.
Do you mind if I turn this music down?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Just turn it all the way off on the volume.
I'll get coffee.
Actually, the audio on this really amazed me how show blow it was.
Yeah, well, I had to. It was a little low. I think.
Look, put it on pause for a second. Be right back. Would you want to talk about that 48 panhead with the Harley Springer on it?
Actually, I wanted to talk about your very first bike you built. Would that be a 46 FL knucklehead?
No.
No?
I had several panheads before that.
Oh,
Before
okay.
that knucklehead. First one I built, I don't know what you call building.
Well,
Tearing them all the way down and putting them back together and making them run. I guess that's building a bike.
or just making it yours, buying a bike and your first bike.
Well, I
that
did
you
it with
made yours.
that. I did it with that Sportster, that 59 CH up there. I bought it from Skip, and that was stone stock. Then I run into Kish in Rock Springs. We become fucking friends and brothers, and drug it up there to his place. He was over there in Cheyenne because I was all scared of it, didn't know nothing about it. I took that Harley dealership. The one the guy was in the wheelchair on that. When you go up that hill, the tracks are right there.
Yeah.
On that side. You seem to know his name.
Leeds.
Okay. Did his dad own that? He took it over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think it'd been there for a long, long time.
And even his son took it over after that. And then they kind of.
I think the building's tore down. There's another building there. They redid that building. I don't know what it is, but it's a new style building. That wasn't a new building. It was old damn building.
That's where my dad.
I guess it was.
That's where my dad bought that little Honda CT70.
Oh, okay.
It was from Leeds.
Because the few Harley dealers was around, they always sold Jap bikes too.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't make it on Harleys. Like Lander, that was a marine boat shop.
And Jack.
He sold Kawasaki's.
Jack worked for him, and then Jack bought the bike and turned it into Mavericks, Harley Davidson.
Yeah, but they didn't keep it. They moved it from that building.
Yeah, he had to move it from that building. But the guy that owned that building.
He took that dealership over.
Yeah, but the kid that owned
High
the building.
Plains, Maverick High Plains or something.
Something like they changed it like 10 fucking times
did
since
they?
then. Yeah.
That one that's over there now, what's it called?
High Country.
High Country?
Yeah, it's actually out of Frederick, Colorado is the owners.
Oh.
But Jack bought the Harley dealership from that old man.
Who's Jack, the one in the wheelchair?
No, he was he was his like lead salesman. He was like a young kid, had long black hair.
For that guy in the wheelchair?
Yeah, and he bought the dealership from him. But the guy in the wheelchair, his son, fucking took over the business. They just kept selling used bikes like Hondas and just used bikes.
Did they do Harleys too?
Yeah, but they were used. Not very many.
And not very many.
Not very
they always had way more Jap bikes.
Yeah.
They have 10, 20 Jap bikes in the shop.
And
They might have 2 or 3 Harleys sitting there, maybe. Well, I guess it was the first one I ever built. It would be that 59 Sportster up there, that picture of me sitting in Kish's garage, which you've been right there.
Right.
You stood right there where we were standing.
I know.
No, well, that was a long time ago. That was 71,
I was 6.
70, something like that.
I was like 5
Like,
or
I
6.
can't remember. I get all the fucking dates and everything mixed up. So if anybody's, is that recording?
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody's sitting there and I put a date on something, a bike or whatever, I could be wrong on any of them. Well, there's a few of them I do remember. It would probably be that 59, and I didn't know shit. Kish, he had Sportsters figured out pretty damn good. The fucker had P-cams in it. CHs, I think. See, XLH was kick and electric. And the CH was straight kick. And I don't know, it wasn't very many years. That's where I learned magnetos. That had a magneto on it. And then when and it was down there in Rock Springs when I got my second panhead. at 63 FLH, I put a mag in that. I knew mags, because the time was the same way and everything else. But fucking put a mag in that. I remember Lewis, he seen that mag, goes, oh, that runs the lights. A lot of people said that shit. Oh, that runs all your electrical system. They say the lights and everything. Nah, you stupid. It's like a tractor. All it does is fucking keep the motor running. You still gotta have a generator. That was before alternators, but then they made those vertical mag. They made a vertical mag for the nose cones. You had to buy the whole nose cone. Joe Hunt made them, and somebody else, I can't remember the name of that other outfit. Then they made one that stuck straight out. I give Oak all that crap I had. I had the nose cone and a whole bunch of mag stuff.
Oh, you did?
I give him all that shit. It was just sitting in the drawers in there. I wouldn't, fucking. But they made one that stuck straight out. You laid your bike over and ripped the mag off.
I saw that. I saw the one.
I never
understood that one. Me neither.
At least if it's vertical
this way.
Up against the motor, it'd take more to break it off. But it's sticking straight out. Fuck. It's going to rip it right off. It's going to rip the mag off and bust the shaft and nose cone and make it could do anything inside there.
Your opinion, is it better to have a mag if you're like, let's say you're out on the road. You're
now
going down
everybody
the road all
that
the
races, well, cars too, mag. You get more fire with a magneto. That's what everybody thinks. That's what I thought. I found out early in life about them, that they were hotter. Now it was a Fairbanks Morrison, okay, magneto. In stock, you took the top off and you looked down in there, and they had this little brass-looking plate that come to a point on each one. It was like that. It was bolted in there. I can't remember how, and I can't remember what that was supposed to do. But it's just a little coil with two springs, and the cap's got the contacts on it where the plugs plug in. You just put the cap on, those springs push against those, the fire goes to your plugs. But fucking, and right away, everybody, oh, them mags, that's like, yeah, it used to be the big shit. Like Sonny Barger's on a generator shovel head, slab side. But I've seen it in a lot of pictures. But I forget which HA movie it is. But I remember, I think it's the one with Jack Nicholson in there, I think. I can't remember now. It was one of the early ones. There's a bunch of HA in the movie. And Barger's in it too, flying their colors and he's on a generator shovelhead chopper, real pretty little shovelhead chopper with shotgun pipes. But and they all meet up, and he jumps off and he kisses his brother on the lips and all that shit. He's an actor guy, But fucking Barger does. Barger jumps back on that. There's a picture of him, I think, on the same bike on that book. One of those books he wrote. 3 Steps and You're Dead or some fucking thing. What was it? One of them books.
Yeah.
But he's laying on a bike with his feet up between the handlebars. You've probably seen the picture.
Yeah, I
have. It's that shovel head, but you can't see the whole thing, I don't think. But anyway, they meet up and he kisses him, and then he goes to jump back on that bike and he kicks it and it was in gear.
And it moves forward.
Yeah, that
I've
one
seen
there.
that. Yeah.
That's got a mag on it. If you look at it, it's got a mag on it. But anyway, that was the hot shit in the old days, to run a mag. The first mag I run, I paid, was a Joe Hunt. See, my stock was Fairbanks Morrison. Joe Hunt, they say Joe Hunt just took Fairbanks Morrison, took that brass plate thing off, and I don't think he changed much on him other than putting his name on it. But fucking, I think they still said Fairbanks Morrison, but his company was Joe Hunt. I called him up one time and chewed his ass out too, over one of those vertical mags. I didn't know who he was. I said, Wild Bill's, and I called. I was stupid and didn't know what I was doing. The old regular vertical mag, you drop in a fucking generator motor. I had those figured out around the Sportsters. But I can't remember. I couldn't make it work or something was wrong. It was me being stupid, thinking I had things all fucking figured out and I didn't know shit. But fucking, I remember I got the number, called information and got it back. A bunch of these old books I got and everything. I've got one that's high performance books with all these companies for everything in there. But all those companies, they're gone or they've moved and numbers all different. But fucking, all my books are a bunch of fucking antiques. Fucking, I remember I called. This guy answers the phone. He says, yeah, can I help you? He's real nice, you know. I say, hey, motherfucker, I got one of you people's fucking mags, man. Fucking, it won't work and this and that. He was trying to be all cool, you know. He was being cool about it. He says, well, what are you putting it in and what's the problem? What do you need to know? Maybe I can help you with the phone, get it going. Goddamn fucking junk ass shit. Fucking pay all that money for him and everything else. Fucking Joe Hunt shit. He says, you're talking to Joe Hunt. I said, well, you're talking to Kenny Jackson in Casper, Wyoming. Well, I thought I was hot shit, I'll tell you. He didn't hang up on me, no, he's trying to help me. I can't remember what happened. I don't know if he helped me, but I remember I wasn't going to be starstruck or impressed, right? I said, well, you're talking to Kenny Jackson in Casper, Wyoming, motherfucker. I said, okay, Kenny Jackson, how can I help you? Stupid fucker. But anyway, I learned how to take the coils out. It ain't nothing to a fucking magneto. I mean, you got the seal in the bearing, bottom of the shaft, the pin goes in the gear, the coil sets down in there, a couple Allens, you tighten up those 2 Allens in the front of a mag, you'll see 2 Allens.
Yeah.
That's what they're for. You set that mag, it's built, or that coil down in there, it's kind of made to fit, and then you tighten those up and push it against them.